Now in this video we have just a little bit of code left in our view for our catalogs index function, and these two views, you could call it, are things that we haven't yet implemented yet. So don't worry about it if you see them on your page but you have no idea what they do or they don't work, because we're gonna go through them at one point in this series. But I just want to leave them here just for completion's sake, as you can complete them by yourself if you want to have a challenge. So I want to start off with our index on if statement, if product online order available. And this is something that already really exists, actually, because if our product online order available is true, that means if the company allows the customer to buy through our site, if they allow the product to be able to be ordered online, then we're gonna open up a div. It's gonna take the class of callMD2, and it's gonna also take the class of quantity box. And what this pretty much does is it just gives a little box that allows the user to pretty much type in the amount they want and submit it in order to add the item to a cart for them to purchase at a later point. So we're going to render a partial, and again it's going to be layouts add item. So that's something we have to create that we haven't created yet, and it's going to take locals product product, and the page is going to be catalog index. So what we're doing here is we're gonna use the partial add item, and it's gonna take two locals, and these locals are pretty much parameters. So we're gonna pass in a parameter called product, which points to product, and page, the variable page, which has the content, or the content of a string called catalog index. And you'll see at a later point how this works. So don't worry about it right now if it doesn't really make sense. The next thing I want to do is I want to make a voting system. And you're thinking, what? A voting system? How the heck are we going to do that? Well, it's actually very simple. I'm not going to go through it in detail right now, but what we're going to do is we actually don't need those divs, and we need an if statement, if current or person, because we only want people to be able to upvote or downvote an item if they are logged in. So if current or person, to tell if the person is logged in. If the product online order available is true, then we're going to do something else. And then we're going to also have an end. So if this is true, then we're going to output this little div with the class of button groups and some bootstrap classes and the class of vote buttons. We'll talk about that also in a later date, and it's also going to render the partial of layouts vote buttons, and it's going to take the locals of the product. In the else statement, we're pretty much going to do almost the same thing. So this is what we're going to put in our else statement. So what happens here is that because our product in this else statement cannot be ordered online, to make it look nice, we need to take into account that there's like an imaginary quantity box, because if the product is available to be ordered online, they're going to have two div classes, a quantity box and also this div class here with the vote buttons. To have the same layout within the grid, we're going to have to add in the quantity box, even though there's no quantity box, because the order cannot be ordered online and we're gonna have to add the vote buttons. So that's why we have two divs here, and we're gonna close that div outside of that end. And let's just make this more nicer. To finish it off, what we want to do is we want to go under the unordered list tag, and we're gonna throw in a will paginate query just so the user is able to paginate at the bottom of the page as well as in the top of the page. So right now this is our completed view. If you have any questions or comments, you could leave them in the comment box. There are a lot of, well, not really. There are the vote buttons and the quantity box, which we'll talk about some more at a later date when we get to it. Other than that, if you enjoyed the video, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.